Good morning, everyone. I'm proud of us. We're picking up bugs in Kansas again. We're just finishing up breakfast and getting ready to get on the road. Don has a little trouble with his left big toe, and there's an urgent care right out here at this front of the hotel, so that's the first stop of the day. So yeah, we've been to the urgent care. Don's got they prescribed an antibiotic. We knew that. We gotta wait for Walmart to open in 15 minutes, and hopefully they won't take an eternity to fill the prescription.
Right.
And we don't really know. We have an inkling, but the inkling was like 10 days ago. But then it really started bothering him this weekend, so like 3 days ago. So we don't exactly understand, but anyway, he needs an antibiotic.
Yeah.
His foot's not going to fall off. He's
Nope.
okay.
Not going to fall off.
We would like to be on the road already, but it is what it is. We got to take care of business first. Don's hanging out at the pharmacy. I, of course, am checking out plants and clearance because that's what you do. So now I've been in a Walmart into Target on a trip. Well, this store has quite a few clearance plants all down the aisle here. Not super great prices, though. These hanging baskets are still $15. Walmart filled that prescription as fast as we could have hoped, and we're going to be on the road by 9:30. This was a nicer Walmart than most. Everything is tidy and well kept, and the customers don't turn it into a pigsty here. It was nice. I think if you go into a town that you're thinking about moving to, if you have a choice in the matter and you go into the Walmart, you get a feel for the people of the town. And this one is nicer than most. So Don has figured out a place for us to navigate to in Oklahoma that will allow us to clip the corner and make sure we pick up that state.
Yeah.
It is the Downstream Casino Resort. Him and Grok had a nice conversation about it last night.
Yeah. It's literally it's just inside of Oklahoma. I mean, it's just boom there.
Yeah, there's the hotel behind us over there. The Walmart was on one side and the urgent care was on the other, so I couldn't have planned that any better, all things considered.
She nailed it. My
yeah,
God, something.
So Don's on cephalexin for 7 days, twice a day, and she's not too worried about it, honestly. I'm not just blowing that up. She's really not too worried about it as long as he takes the antibiotic, and we don't know, and this should fix it.
Yeah, shit happens. Excuse me, crap happens.
400 East here is a really nice road. It was double lane for a bit, and then it has a passing area, so if you get stuck behind somebody slow here where it's narrower, you can get around them and everything. I would say so far taking lesser roads in Kansas has worked out fine for us.
I agree. And the speed limit here is 65, and again, I'm running 70 or so.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's really not an appreciable difference between what I was doing on the interstate. Plus, you're a little bit closer to the actual, country.
Yeah, you're closer to what you would enjoy viewing on the side of the road, the farms and stuff. There is a marginal risk for storms today, but that's the green risk. That's the lowest risk. It's not, they're not talking supercells today either, and we'll be out of Kansas by then.
That's right.
And Oklahoma. Oh, joy. Here's a roundabout. Well, I would say with the construction cones here, maybe it's newish.
Yeah, well, there's a guy up there who is directing traffic. He's got a stop sign. So we're stopped here not because it's a roundabout. It is a roundabout, but we're stopped because the flagger has the stop up for us. They're doing some kind of construction work here.
They're doing something to the roundabout.
And I would say, based on the way they've got this curbing up here, I'm sure this big old truck guy just loves it because it's just wide enough for the truck.
Well, I was explaining to Don that some of these roundabouts are honestly designed for the truck to go through the middle of them.
Right. That guy did not hit the curbs. He stayed off the curbs on both sides.
Yeah, and I don't quite understand how that's supposed to work, that the trucker just goes straight through. But apparently on some smaller roundabouts, they're actually designed for the truck to go over the curb.
Yeah. Well, this one looks like it's got grass in the middle. So it's not it's not paved all the way.
Huh. Well, what
so
are
they're
they doing?
stopping the guy on the other way.
Side now?
Yeah, stopping him. Well, the two flagmen can see each other, and they both have stop up.
And we have at least two big trucks in front of us.
Yeah. Must be a third outlet.
A third
Yeah.
guy with the flag on the right side or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice if we could go now. Since I'm filming.
Yes.
And it's getting longer.
It's
and
boring.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if we could move through and see what the cause was.
Yeah.
But that truck up there is not moving yet.
Nope. We're all
Not
just
moving yet.
having a coffee break. Oh, there's some equipment over there moving.
Okay. Well, this is one of our longer stretches on the trip. Without stopping.
That's right. It has, because we're going to go for another hour and a
Hour and
half.
40 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so this lead truck here brought that car through. Or a couple of cars through.
Must be from another direction.
Yeah, that's
All right,
kind
now
of...
we're going.
That's interesting. Yeah, because I guess at this point those cars can navigate through however they need to, and we can start moving, maybe. Now we got one's a big box truck, but we got 3 trucks in front of us, and I'm going to assume 1 car in front of the truck.
All right, our trucks are moving.
That would be good.
I can't.
Maybe what they're doing isn't at the roundabout, but it's just they're using the roundabout as traffic control, because I don't see anything right here.
Right. Well, it's clear. This one they can go up on, like this guy's
This is the
gonna ride
city
here.
of Fredonia. Yeah. Oh, so it's all down here they're paving. Serious paving in that direction. Okay.
Well, I would definitely say they designed that one for the trucks to be able to lift up on it.
Yeah, he did. The guy in front of us acts 100%. It was a lower curb there, and he went on it.
So I have to say, since I've passed several more cars this morning, or trucks, that whoever did the passing in the FSD, they did a good job, because once you give it a little accelerator, which is kind of like the okay to proceed, it takes over and goes. I mean, it turns on the signal, it gets over in that lane, it gets around the car, gets in, it turns the signal on, gets back in front. I mean, it takes over, and I'm impressed.
Yeah, Don's been staying in FSD, but passing vehicles by just simply applying some pressure to the accelerator.
That's right.
To convey, it's good. I'm good with you going now. Maybe the truck would have passed eventually on its
Yeah,
own.
maybe.
But Don has been communicating that it's okay to pass now.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Right. Like it's doing this right now. It's sped up to 78 to get around this truck in this little wide spot here. I didn't do anything.
Yep.
And it said, "Oh, well, I'm going to get around this truck."
Opportunity,
line.
baby, opportunity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Always be going.
So we keep seeing these skinny, tall towers, usually white, and one of them, back where several miles back, said "needle in a haystack" on the side of it.
Yeah.
But there's been quite a few of them, and Don and I don't know what those are, so if you know and can help us out, it's kind of hard to explain. Did they all have little ladders?
Yeah, I think they all had stuff on the outside, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're too skinny to be a water tower. Typically, in a water tower, you put the tank up the top.
Yeah, there's no tank, there's no bulb.
There's no bulge at the top.
At the top, yeah. We are running into a little rain, but I think the clouds are more impressive than the rain cells.
Yeah.
And oh, look at the corn tasseling out over here.
Yeah.
I like farmland, it's pretty.
Well, there's a lot of it out this way.
Right. We've seen this potential tropical cyclone off the coast of Texas near Corpus Christi, and WRAL weather explained that is so they can put out tropical storm warnings. And they're not expecting it to develop into a hurricane or bring a lot of wind, but it could absolutely flood some areas along the coast down there. But the coast is used to a lot of rain. But there's several storm tracks. One of them takes the low over Raleigh. That's the one we want. One of them takes it farther south and we only get like a half an inch of rain, and one takes it north of Raleigh, and that would be in the Friday, Saturday time frame, so we should be home. And if we stick with our plan of coming in through the North Carolina mountains, Tennessee into North Carolina, that's on the very upper track of that thing. So we might run into a shower, but I'm not expecting us to have any problems getting home due to that rain. But I told Sam, in the ultimate irony, that there's a potential for it to rain the day after Mom gets home, because he's been out there in the sweltering 100-degree heat in heavy clothing so he doesn't get all bit up, watering Mom's plants and doing a fantastic job. And then, you know, Mom comes home and it might rain. Well, let's just hope it rains, because we desperately need the rain. We desperately need it. We're like 15 inches behind now. So the bad thing is we need gentle rain to wet the ground enough to absorb the water for plants. And obviously runoff is fine for refilling the lakes and rivers, but if it comes down too hard too fast while the ground is a brick, then, you know, it doesn't get absorbed like you would want it. So anyway, time will tell. I'm pulling for rain, and lots of it in Raleigh. Okay, so I uploaded my picture of that white cylinder to Grok, and he said they are water towers. They're called a standpipe style water tower, or a rural water district tower. And he said because it's so flat out here that there's really no high ground for using gravity assistance, and these are no frills, and they can have a bunch of them, not for storing water, but for helping sheerly by their height to move the water along the system, to keep the pressure up.
Right. The bulb at the top helps with the pressure and the capacity. In other words, it stores a lot of water, so if all of a sudden you have a super high demand, the bulb bulk storage up at the top really keeps it available, where these skinny towers, they don't have that much storage, but they still can easily push the water.
Well, you could have gone silly car.
Right.
And then you waited, and then the other car started to move, and then, you know.
That's all right. But
it's fine. It was safe. It was safe.
Yeah.
So now we know. We try to educate ourselves.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you've never seen one of those, you've never seen one of those. Now, or maybe Don and I have in our lifetime seen one, but that was many years ago, and who knew?
Think about it, yeah.
By the way, my thumb wheel on my camera is now moving pretty good for me. I said that, and then it stopped. Now it doesn't want to go down again, but it has been. It's been working better than it was at the height of it not working well. Our second supercharger stop of the day is a Buc-ee's. Yeah. Woohoo! Go Beaver!
That's right.
Are any of you guys following Freddie from Germany? He had a Buc-ee's experience this week, and he's cute. He's funny. He's on X. If you're not following him, it might give you a good laugh. We just moved around some debris in the road on FSD. Yeah. There's the downstream casino resort. We briefly have just entered Missouri.
And now we're going...
But now we're headed into Oklahoma. Highway. Hello from the Quapaw tribe. This is a very short little road. But it's officially supposed to take us into Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're gonna still detect
a sign for Oklahoma. Well, it's the parking lot is split. See where the state line is?
We may have to
So
drive
half
around.
of the resort is in Oklahoma and half of the resort is in...
The parking lot's in someplace else, or those solar panels.
You're right. I guess it could be solar panels. Let me zoom in farther. It's got parking lines. Well, it's parking lines at the casino. But you were right to ask if it was solar. I could see that too.
All right, so we're getting really close. When we go around this circle down here, we're going to be in Oklahoma.
Oh, but where's the official state sign?
I don't know.
I guess we're just going to have to know that we've just passed over
Take that
into
picture.
Oklahoma. Right, we've just passed over into Oklahoma.
We're now in Oklahoma.
Huh.
Now this is just going to circle around at the thing here.
Okay.
The stop signs. It's doing. There's nobody following us or anything like that.
There's the casino on this end.
Right. All right. So I don't know what it's going to do. What's it saying? Parking garage.
It's going to stop us here.
Well, that's fine.
This is the entrance to it, and this is where it thinks. But it didn't stop. It's just going, hi. Huh. So there's this huge pool on the back side of this building we just went past. Looks like, you know, what you would expect, a real resort pool.
Well, we want to go. I took control because I don't want to go around in a circle.
We're going to go in the casino?
Well, we're going to go. We're going to go yes. The answer is yes.
Okay. We're looking to see if there's a coffee shop or visitor center or someplace to go buy a souvenir, or let's probably go into the casino.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. As long as we don't have to pay admission. But we're going to go down here just to tool around.
Sure.
We have to, you know, use the facilities. And they got to have a gift shop in a casino. They may not be their bread and butter, but they got to have something.
Right. Okay. This is the business end of the resort. You got to go up to the front corner up here to be back in Oklahoma. This will be my first Indian reservation casino experience. We've certainly been past the one in Cherokee, North Carolina. And I've been in the casinos in Vegas a couple of different times in my life, but not an Indian reservation one. There we go. We're if you go up one more row, we're in Oklahoma.
Whoops.
Yeah, well, all things considered, it's not really busy out here. Well, you could park next to the light pole, and
I believe we are officially parked, and we will stop in
Oklahoma. Well, that'll get Tesla file say it's Oklahoma.
Let's see, where is this? I want to do the backup camera. I want to see the line.
Sure. They were chill about me taking pictures in there.
Yeah, they didn't say anything.
Right, she knew I had the camera and everything, but I didn't shoot video. And it smelled like smoke, and Donna and I were ready to leave. So we spent $5 each at a digital slot machine.
We still have 30 cents left.
Right, this is Dawn's first time playing a slot machine.
I never was a slot guy to start with, and I certainly ain't a video slot guy.
Yeah, I think something's lost when you don't get to actually put the quarters in. It's just not as fun. I want to see quarters spilling out onto the floor when I win.
Right.
Which actually happened the last time I was in Vegas, to the tune of several $100 worth of coins spewing out of the machines. Yeah. Somebody put money in for me. It wasn't my money.
I wish somebody would come by and put money in for me.
Right. Anyway, we did something in Oklahoma. Dawn has... We discovered that casinoing's not our thing, which we already knew, and we just re-verified it, I guess.
It's sort of like shopping at Kohl's. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't tell the price. I don't know what...
It's not that bad at Kohl's, but yes, I understand your personal confusion, though. Anyway, we did something official in Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm really... I'm trying to be careful there. The fact that people are allowed to, this is not far enough. The fact that people are allowed to smoke in there would keep me from spending any time in that casino, irregardless of anything else.
Right. Yeah, they tried their best to get rid of the smoke, but it was still lingering. I mean, it wasn't as bad as your typical bar sometimes, but it still lingered, the smoke. I agree with you. It was very noticeable.
Yeah, well, I'm not, maybe
Here. I think this is it.
I think this is it.
You think it's to the right?
She said to the left.
She said to the left.
We are trying to find the tri-state marker. Well, this isn't far enough, so maybe,
Let's go. Well, we're fine. We're good.
Yeah, she tried, the really nice lady at the security at the door, so maybe she meant to the right, but that doesn't seem possible because...
She may get herself confused. Coming in, it would be to the left.
Right.
Well, we're going to go over here and...
Just see.
Look, it's only, she said it's just...
A quarter of a mile, yep. And there's a place where Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma all come together, and there's a marker.
No, that's a manhole.
So we'll see.
That is what that is. It's a manhole.
It is, yes. That is not the thing she pointed us toward. When she said we were going to be off-roading, I knew we were in the correct vehicle to make this happen. She joked with Donnie that he could kiss me in all 3 states in the same minute.
Yes, right.
We'll see if we find it. You can tell on the navigation screen that this is it.
Yeah, there's plaque.
Yeah. Plaque in the ground.
Yeah. We're going into this state. I don't know what state it is.
All right, we're going to get out.
Yeah, we're going to get out. Hang on.
Oh, yeah. If we went all the way around in a circle, officially, we've been in all 3 states right at the same time.
Yeah. Although that wasn't so bright because it's a little...
Tricky. Well, just let me get out and I'll walk back down there. You don't have to take me back down there. Or you can, because you're in the Cybertruck and you want to.
Well,
I won't want to I don't want Baja. That's funny. Overland. Oh, goodness. Careful. Careful. That road over there was a little deep. I don't want to mess up our front mud guards.
That's right.
Well, we did circle the marker.
Yeah.
And here is the actual marker.
So I went in, we were in 3 states in about, well, it took a little while because it really bumped, it took less than a minute and we were in 3 states.
Yeah, Kansas was established in 1861, Missouri in 1821, and Oklahoma in 1907.
Yeah.
Wow. And it says they moved it 50 feet in 2004 when they realized it wasn't exactly where it was supposed to be, and they moved the thing in the ground and everything to make it right. Yeah, the Cybertruck backed us up and it's taking us on out.
Yeah, well, I think I am going to slow her down just a little bit.
Sloth might be appropriate for this road. There's a Maverick gas station over there, and that's where the superchargers are. I did lay eyes on them, but that burn kept you from seeing them. But anyway, there's the gas station, and Buc-ee's is our next stop. So we might have us a little lunch here. It's 1:20 in the afternoon, depending on how long it says we gotta stay.
Yeah, I haven't.
Don sort of likes eating while we're driving, though, because it helps him stay awake and alert and stuff. We'll see. I've got a Mach-E and a Model 3 charging.
And these look like they are correctly marked.
Yeah, there's 8 here and A through D twice. So these are not older.
Yeah, they don't have a silver ring. Oh, look how close it got. It did that was pretty much.
You think this
exactly
time we're
right.
parked well? You don't think you're going to have to move it, huh?
Not gonna have to.
Had a Tesla Energy Cybertruck pull in beside us. I've got coffee made. We were supposed to be here 20 minutes. I figure we're coming up on 15. Don is just doing a little work on the windshield. You know, when you're driving 600 miles in a day, it don't take long before you get a bunch of bugs. We're headed to 1619 South Main Street in Joplin, Missouri. There's supposed to be a Route 66 mural there. That's a good place to take, you know, a couple pictures. And then we're going to go a few more miles to a town called Carthage, which takes us on Route 66 just a little bit longer. And then we're going to continue on to Springfield, Missouri, which is where the Buc-ee's Tesla supercharger is. So we can say we've been on Route 66 for the 100th anniversary. I think it's the 100th anniversary.
I think so.
Well, this is Main Street, Joplin, Missouri. Hamburger mural over there.
Now, I have no idea what it's going to try to do here.
Right, to take us to the murals. Did move us over though. 400 feet.
It looks like there is street parking.
I wonder if those are 200 feet.
Here you go.
Yeah. It looked like there is street parking. It looked like there might have been a mural. I guess we're gonna have to go around the block and see what it is. It looked like there were 3 little murals back there that weren't very colorful on the side of the building. Maybe we'll just drive to Carthage. If there was, you know, if there was something I could get the truck easily in front of without us getting killed here on a... Well, there's a pretty mural up there on the left.
I haven't seen it yet.
On the left up there past the light. But I think we should circle this block if it's not one-way streets. Not one way. On the other side of the building, there did appear to be a mural. It's just that it blended in with the brick. So how many people do you think we will freak out coming by in the Cybertruck? There was one guy on his front porch over there. If they see it. In Joplin, Missouri. Yep. It does get us back. And now we're right here on the side of the building.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be something to do with Route 66.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's see what they are. Phoenix Fired Art. It doesn't look like it has anything to do with Route 66. So I'm confused. Did you continue? Okay, you can, after you get out, start self-driving, continue our trip up to Carthage.
Right.
There is a mural up here on the left, though, that looks kind of cool.
Oh, I won't get over to that side so we can
see it at least. I don't know that it's a Route 66 mural. I'm just telling you that it's a mural. It has a butterfly on it.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with Route 66.
No, I don't either. Now we're on Old 66. See, it says Old 66 there. It's turned. That sign's been bent. But trust me, we're on Old 66 now, and this is what it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, this guy is actually turning behind us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got out of this way.
Yeah, we disengaged FSD for an important sign picture.
Right.
So we navigated to the 66 drive-in theater, and
That's why I go by it.
yeah, anyway, looks like that might be a good photo op. So I've made a little detour here, but it's as long as we actually are on a part of 66 for the 100-year anniversary and we get a picture.
This road right here is part of the old highway. This is it.
Right.
This is the one that back in the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, or whatever, people would have been on this road, this stretch right here.
Right. I agree. Yeah, Donna and I both feel like we've been on Route 66 before out west.
Right.
During our vacations and driving around in Arizona and maybe New Mexico or something. But, oh, there it is, the 66 drive-in. It's right there.
Yeah.
Now showing Toy Story 5. Oh, look. They got the big... Oh, we got to get the Cybertruck in front of that. Do you know that I've never been to a drive-in movie? Pretty darn sure. So there's, I guess, concessions and the little things that help you know where to park. And I can't really quite see it, but around the corner over there is a playground. The other couple that was here visiting was talking about how much they enjoyed the playground at the drive-in theaters they went in growing up. 106.5 for stereophonic FM sound. Turn off your headlamps. No alcoholic beverages. If you leave, you got to pay to come back in, and don't save parking spaces. The Cybertruck's down here at the end. They had up a couple cones. I guess I don't know why during the day they wouldn't let people come in and visit. Park a little safer. The other couple's in an RV and they're parked at the street. And it is on the National Historic Register. So, yeah. Established 1949. It looks like the original ticket booth. I really do think it's the original. Sorry I didn't get the microphone. I didn't think about it being windy out here. And here's the little glass bricks. And wooden door on the back looks original. They want you to pay in the concession area. It's $10 for 13 and older. Age 12 through 6 or 6 through 12 is $5, and under 5 is free. And then they have this really nice sign here. The Cybertruck is dirty, but that's okay. We've been putting on a lot of miles. Those are some bugs from Pikes Peak. We got Colorado bugs on the front. And there's also the old sort of marquee sign down here. Yeah, Toy Story 5 Breadwinner plays at 9:10 Thursday through Monday. Nice. Phillips 66 on Route 66. Star Lanes, Grace Lanes, bowling arcade, mini golf, ice cream details inside. They still have the original marquee. I love this town. I love this town. They appreciate old things here. History and culture and heritage and stuff. They appreciate all that stuff in this town. I like it. So this is the Jasper County Courthouse, built in 1894 to 1895. The star lit up on top was added in 1960. And they are obviously doing a little bit of repair work on the shingles, and maybe they have it closed off, so I don't know if that's during construction or renovation or what, but that is a nice building. Do you believe that's a golden chain tree here in front of the courthouse? You see the gold tips on the edges of it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing
We do have them in North Carolina, but they're mostly people decided to plant one and then they do okay, but they're like not really there. Yeah, I think I could have spent a whole day in this town. But I appreciate the things we have had time to do. We are routed to the historic train depot before we leave town and head for Springfield. Not Illinois, it's Missouri. There's a lot of nice brickwork in this town, Donnie.
Yeah, the stone, they must have got the stone from somewhere, because you don't haul stone very far.
Is it real stone or is it cement that they...
was stone.
Well, on the courthouse, considering how old it was, yeah.
I mean, you're right, it could be, but I got a feeling it's real stone.
There's a Carthage, Missouri Boots Court Motel. So I guess there are a lot of those Route 66 signs around town where there it is right there, Boots Court Motel.
Oh, that's classic.
Oh, then that's a real, I mean, they moved the one in Lakewood to the spot and it was real, but that one looks like it's still in its original location. That's cool. That's cool.
I know, it's still a hotel.
Right,
motel.
maybe you can stay at it. Well, this is bigger than Carthage, North Carolina, but Carthage, North Carolina is the home of the horse and buggy.
Yes, that's right.
And they have lots of horse and buggy all around town, and they have a street fair once a year, and that's a nice walk with some local artists and stuff. So it's also...
Yes, also really nice.
Well, if we were hungry, we might go into Whistler's Hamburgers. It looks like a really nice local place to get a hamburger. Okay, well, this is kind of like Monroe. There's the tracks go under the bridge, so naturally the depot is down this way.
Sure.
That's how it works in Monroe, where I'm from in North Carolina, down by Charlotte. There's the train tracks that go underneath the bridge and stuff. Is that all it's going to be? Is that little building right there?
It's 2/10
There's
of a mile.
there's the whole there's the old bridge with somebody walking on it. It's been converted to office. No authorized turn your truck around. Well, there's a sign for the railroad. It's been converted. There it is. Well, why would they not let people come down to see it? Well, that's just a waste. Well, I got to see it at least. It's also made with that stone that's in the... Let me take a picture. We didn't mean to trespass, and we managed not to get shot by the NRA member over at the drive-in. It's a nice little building.
Right.
I guess since they have an office in there, they just don't want people coming to gape.
Well, you asked where the depot was. They don't really... It's not a...
Right. Grok told me where the depot was and what the address was.
He didn't say it was a place you could go.
That's true. I didn't ask him that. Tell you what, they don't believe in repairing the roads around here, though. Oh, the truck's gonna go right over that. Woo!
We're in Baja.
Us people from Raleigh are not used to this level of pothole because we don't have real winters.
Right. That's right.
Oh, I don't get to go over the train bridge. Darn it. That's okay.
We can...
Nah, it's fine. The car cannot possibly see if there's anything coming. But it was crawled out slow. I see the building up there with the copper dome on it.
Mm-hmm.
Way up in advance, and here we're coming back by the Boots Court. Brock did us good on that one. Neither of us had ever been on Highway 66 in Missouri, and Brock did good telling us to head to Carthage, that it wouldn't be that much out of the way, and you know, we would be able to see some official Route 66 things there.
Yeah, well, I agree that I went across Missouri from Texas into it, so it's possible, because I went to Cape Girardeau, and it looks like this goes up to St. Louis, so I don't know. I may have crossed over it, but I certainly never drove on it before.
You weren't sightseeing on it.
No,
if you touched it, you weren't sightseeing.
That's
okay.
Right.
Well, I know I haven't even crossed it.
Right, I agree.
Because I'd never been in Missouri before, so.
Yeah. Well, it's neat.
Kellogg Lake Park. So does that mean we're in the land of Kellogg?
No, that's Wisconsin.
Wisconsin? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah, I understand.
And I'm not happy with him, so I don't want to know either, by the way. So we're on Missouri 96 into Springfield.
Right.
We're eventually, someday, going to actually set foot on, or set wheel on I-40. But we've kept on making decisions that have lessened the time on I-40 going home.
That's right.
Pretty sure we're coming past the power plant.
Or pipeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pipeline. Yep.
Phillips 66 stuff. Okay.
Well, I guess we know Phillips 66 is from Missouri.
We're coming up on the junction with Interstate 44, and we're getting on here, right?
No, I don't think so.
Not until the other side of Springfield or something?
Yeah, best I can tell.
Okay.
Well, we had a little rain over here.
Yeah. They're telling us this tropical moisture coming out of Texas. We might get a little rain in Raleigh. Might. Nope, I think we're on 44 now.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that road back there, US 96, I think was what it was, and Missouri 96, it was fine. We were doing 65 or better on it, like the cars in front of us were. That was the speed.
Yeah.
And it didn't hurt us not being on the interstate one little bit. We had just that little bit of traffic through Joplin on the way up to Carthage, and that was the only stoplight. You know, we probably lost 10 or 15 minutes in navigating through at lunchtime, but
yeah,
that was it. The back roads have been fine. Beaver Road. And of course we have a roundabout to get into the Buc-ee's.
Yeah, it wouldn't be be at Buc-ee's if it didn't have a roundabout.
Michelle says we have to try the banana pudding. Yeah, I like it best when the car handles these roundabouts.
Well, it does do a good job.
It does do a good job with them, and then I don't have to think about what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, not just one roundabout, but 2 roundabouts.
Actually, there's 3.
3 roundabouts, okay. Goodness gracious.
Somehow it knows to go into the roundabout instead of go down there. Do not ask me why. I see the superchargers are right here.
Do you?
We're coming in where that truck is down there.
Okay.
That's my hypothesis.
Woo, baby. Aren't you glad that the car's doing all of this?
Well, certainly for the cold turkey, never seen it before, I am very glad it is doing this.
And it is bringing us in on the supercharger end, and there is another Cybertruck charging. Way cool. It's actually quite a few Teslas. It's not full, but it's not the, you know, big open area we would want for this. Oh, you were supposed to go to the right.
It
now
did
we're
perfect, and then it got us
now
down
where are
here
you
with
going,
the
silly truck? Gonna put on your right turn signal?
But of course, this car. Now we're down here in all this stupid car traffic. Come on, Tesla. That really is stupid. Cost you at least a minute.
Don put his foot on the accelerator. It's like, I ain't waiting anymore.
Well, it was going to sit there and wait.
Yeah.
I don't know that it drove by. It did perfect.
Until the very last second.
It just didn't know what this was. Where would you like to supercharge?
I don't care. Next to the other Cybertruck?
Yeah. Is there? Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Well, Don's parking now, so I'm not filming. It's handicapped. Well, down on the end.
Is that? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Down on the end. That way we can get a straight shot out of here.
Maybe. Parking. And I was going to show you. Oh, it popped up that we had a software update. Miss Don's just plugging in. There's nothing to be done about it. Well, you can see. You can see up here's the little. There, that's the screen. We've got 2026.14.6.11, and it downloaded while we were going down the highway because of Starlink. I love it. That's great.
That's pretty cool.
View release notes. Does it say 14 dot? Oh, it's 14.3.4. We got to put it on at the hotel tonight. Do we dare?
Without a doubt. Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
No,
it's really supposed to be better. So woo! Wouldn't want to miss all of the roundabouts headed away from Buc-ee's.
We're not going right.
We're not?
Nope.
No, don't say that. How can that be?
It's going to Joplin.
Oh, no.
I couldn't believe I was reading that. Well, it says Jonesboro, Arkansas, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know my east from my west.
Well, we're pointed into the sun.
We're going west.
And that's afternoon. That's west.
And well, maybe it's going over and doing that little circuitous route. So that's what it's doing. It's going over and down. It's working. It's doing perfect.
Okay.
We actually had to go by to get to Buc-ee's.
To get to Buc-ee's and then go back a little bit.
Yeah, that
okay.
I wasn't expecting that, so I shouldn't have cussed it any better than I. You know, I'm liking this with that traveling in an EV. I know we stop more often, but compared with the GMC, I'm so much more comfortable. I'm stay awake better. I'm more relaxed. Of course, the full self-driving has a little bit of depth, but I'm not suffering. You know, it's like with the gas car, it's like there was some kind of unwritten law that says you can only stop when you fill up for gas. And I could go my GMC go 400 miles. And man, I'd be dying before it pulled over.
Yeah, I wouldn't be anywhere near as enthused to get in the car with Dawn and go 1,800 miles in both directions.
Yeah.
If we were doing the old gas car way, there'd be like no way I'd be holding it for 3 hours after we left where we were going in order to get to the next place. Yeah, I guess for me this is why it's a double-edged sword. I don't care about more charge long term because I like stopping, especially at this point in my life. So I just don't care because I'm going to stop anyway. I mean, there's a few times on the trip we've stopped anyway. And also, kind of don't know what I was going to say now. But anyway, yeah, this is the way that this is just the way. I'm sorry, everybody that wants more range on their battery.
Right.
This is good. 300 miles-ish is good. Getting 250 out of 300 is good. Oh, there's a lot more John Deeres.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah. It's been, I don't know. I would be desperate to get out of the car. And we're doing 500 miles a day. And I'm like, okay, I could have gone further.
Yep.
Yeah, other than let's stop for the night because this is where we picked and we're going to swim in the pool. I mean, it's like, it's fine. I am getting tired of my monk fruit for my coffee being not where I need it to be.
Right. Next time, 2 bottles. One for the stay in
the back and one to stay in with my toiletries.
Right.
Yep. So some always gets taken in the hotel room and some always gets taken out. Yeah. That would have improved the trip just a little better, especially for Dawn, who's had to hustle on out and get it a few times so I could get awake in the morning.
I don't mind.
So we think we're going to Collier, Tennessee for tonight. We think, and that's about a 3-hour drive into the museum tomorrow. And that'll have us driving until, I want to say, close to 11.
Yes, just on the other side of Memphis.
Right. Yep. Well, we will be cutting through Mississippi, another state I haven't gone to. Oh my God, I'm going to be in Mississippi and Alabama all in the same day.
Same day, baby.
2 states I basically, as a 10-year-old, swore I would never set foot in.
Well, if you play your cards right, I'll swing down into Georgia.
Well, I've been to Georgia before. I've been to Georgia through Georgia, in Georgia plenty of times, but not Mississippi. Or I've also already been to Arkansas because I-40 runs through it. But yeah, Mississippi and Alabama was not on my bucket list. Not on my bucket list.
Is now.
Yep. I tried to find a Route 66 sticker in Buc-ee's and they didn't have any, so Amazon, here I come.
Right.
So it's 5:30 down. We are not changing time zones today. Tomorrow we'll change into Eastern time zone, I assume. We're going to spend the night in Olive Branch, Mississippi. And we're going to get there around 10 p.m. 9:59 it's saying right now. We booked another Holiday Inn Express. You know, it's a lot of work figuring out where to spend the night because Corinth, Mississippi would have been more convenient, but that's 11 p.m. and you got to figure 11:15 actually, and you got to figure that by the time we carry our stuff in and take a shower and get changed, that's, you know, you got to give like 90 minutes to get settled. So that's well after midnight. We want to be up at 6:30, so that's too far. And then you got to make sure we want to get to the Rocket and Space Center in Huntsville not later than 1 p.m., but we're shooting for noon. So you got to figure out the distance between the hotel you choose and that site to make sure you didn't screw that up. And then you got, in this case, we needed to be on the east side of Memphis because we don't want to be trying to go through Memphis during rush hour. And you know, you got the one you pick can't be too far off your beaten path or you're shooting yourself in the foot. And which city, you know, you got 3 or 4 cities to choose from, which has a clean hotel at a better price. That, you know, if you get the option to choose from. And it's like, oh my God, I have a headache now. It was a lot.
My girl, she does good.
That was a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of compute, and I did ask Grok for help, and I did use Google Maps also, because I keep on zooming in on the car and then adding in the address of the proposed hotel to make sure it's where I think it is and that kind of stuff. But the car won't stay zoomed in. It demands plans to put you back out at the long trip thing. We need a pause button.
Yes,
Like I need to lock it for a minute. I'm really focused on what I'm doing in this part of this long journey, and I just wanted to scream a couple times. But anyway, we know where we're staying tonight, and it should take us between 3 and 4 hours to get to the Space and Rocket Center, and that'll be fine. We'll shoot to leave the hotel by 8, and so 8 to 12 is 4 hours, and you know, if we leave at 8:30, or it only takes us you know, sometimes I would imagine there's a trade-off between the amount of time it takes if you leave earlier and the amount of time you take if it leaves a little later, like 8 versus 8:30, because traffic might be shifting. I don't know. Anyway, Grok told us we needed 3 to 4 hours for the tour, and they don't close till 5. And then we're going to try to drive till 7 or 8 tomorrow night just to get a little closer to home. And we'll be something under 500 miles for Thursday's trip into the house. So
yep,
we have a plan. The plan is working. We just entered Arkansas at 6:45 p.m. We're a little bummed that we can't stop because the Welcome Center had a fish hatchery and National Aquarium or something.
yeah.
And there was a really nice place to walk around a body of water down there, and it really looked like a nice place to stop. We are on Highway 63 South right now in Mammoth Spring. So if you're passing through here the right time of day, might want to stop at the Welcome Center for Arkansas. Just before our turn here onto Highway 63 bypass, there were 2 poodles out in the road, and the Cybertruck saw them, and it came to a stop for them, and several other vehicles were able to stop, and then one car was pulling over, I would think, to help try to get them out of the street. It was, the Cybertruck did good, is my point, and it was a little touch and go there because we weren't stopped in the road in the best possible spot.
Yeah, it was on a curve, downhill.
Yep.
And those semis which I had passed,
We're coming.
could easily come barreling down there. But I did notice the semi, when we pulled away, the semi must have saw him because he was slow, moving very slow, because there was, what, 5 cars there all
Yeah,
together?
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we are officially in the Ozark Mountains, Adam and Michelle. It ranges elevation from 500 feet to 2,500 feet. Try not to snicker too much, and here's a steep grade for the trucks.
Yeah.
It says traffic must stop 2,000 feet. There's a stop sign down here. Wow, this is pretty cool. Where they did dynamite through the rocks to make the road here.
Speed bumps or rumble strips.
Rumble strips.
Yeah, well, if you didn't stop, you'd be over there in them woods.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to run this stop sign. Do not. And cross traffic does not stop.
Okay, car.
Go, go, go.
Imogen. And Bowden.
In Bowden. Yeah, I guess. Who knows? So many funky names on this trip.
Yeah.
It's like that everywhere, though. People can't say Fuquay-Varina either, and I think it's the simplest thing to say. But we have people come to town, and they're very perplexed. None of you guys will have any trouble because you hear us say it all the time, but...
We just crossed Flat Creek. I can pronounce that. Flat Creek.
Don did say he was glad we were coming through here while it's still daylight out. Yep.
Yeah, we've got about probably 50, I'm just throwing it out there, I think 55 miles and we'll be done.
And then we'll be on a more major highway or something, yeah. Well, we got 55 miles to the Jonesboro Supercharger.
Oh, okay.
And then we've got...
That's way down here.
Yeah, more time to get through to the other side of Memphis, Tennessee.
With soybeans?
Yes, most Arkansas rice farmers rotate rice with soybeans in a 2-year cycle, planting rice after soybeans to manage weeds, soil health, and nutrients. In drier spots, or with weed issues like red rice, they might do rice followed by 2 years of soybeans.
So one more time, what was that about the production of where does Arkansas rank?
Arkansas ranks first in the United States for rice production, accounting for about 45% of the total U.S. output and nearly half of all rice grown here. It's been the top producer for over 50 years, mainly in the eastern half of the state.
Who knew? Not me, because I'm not from around here.
Yeah.
Don's like, that's rice out in that field. I'm like, rice? I've never seen rice grown anywhere I've been.
Yeah.
Soybeans, corn, cotton.
It's quite a sight, isn't it? Those vast...
Yes, it is.
So do they grow rice?
Exactly.
Do they grow rice in Louisiana?
Yes, they do grow rice in Louisiana. It's the third largest producer in the U.S. after Arkansas and California, with around 450,000 acres, mostly in the southwest. Similar flooded fields and long grain varieties just south of here.
You can see the well is the water's just flowing.
Yeah, that's rice in the field out Don's window.
Yeah.
If you look really careful, you go past, you see the water.
Those wells pump groundwater to flood the fields precisely, keeping the rice roots wet while controlling weeds and pests. Arkansas's clay soils and aquifers make it perfect for this.
Well, thank you, Grok. Bye for now.
So we're pulling into the Maverick like we did earlier today before Buc-ee's in Jonesboro, Arkansas. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere if you want to know the truth. I mean, from the perspective of we're not on an interstate, we're on a U.S. highway. We've been on U.S. highways since we left Kansas. Don took us off in Kansas and we just kept on, oh, it's going to put us in a spot we can't charge in, I think. If it pulls into the pull-through.
Yeah, it pulled into
It's pulling into the pull-through. Okay, guys, I want to know how you went cross-country with no interventions.
All I can tell you is they
Got lucky.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're going to have to move us now. Boo hiss. We're 41 minutes away from the hotel. I-55 has merged with I-40 East, so for the first time, and much later than we originally thought, we're on I-40. There's a casino over there. We're going to be heading into Tennessee, going on the south side of Memphis, and then pretty quick we'll be down into Mississippi, where we're actually spending the night in Olive Branch. Lamar Avenue, US 78. We've got 11 miles to the hotel, but there was a little bit of construction back there, and there's lots of trucks on the road tonight, and it's just pretty busy for 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, but good thing we the actual construction on the 275 or 2 something, whatever the interstates were,
555
and 55
and 55. We were on both.
270. So all those were, the construction didn't hold us up.
Right.
They had closed the lanes, but the traffic was light enough that we moved through the construction zones at 55 miles an hour. We actually only slowed to a stop one time, and it was just for a second, and that wasn't for it. That was a pothole crew fixing a pothole. Not the actual road construction. They had those bumper trucks out protecting those workers. So that was the only thing we actually stopped us. And then now we're on some kind of red light, stop and go, US 70. It's kind of like, reminds me of 74 through Charlotte.
Yep.
You'd be that way.
Yep.
It's 3 lanes wide, but traffic lights every couple blocks.
Tell me about it. And we have arrived.
And we got here at 10:11, and we lost about 2 or 3 minutes on a faux turn that I had, and I don't think that's right. It doesn't know where to go.
Right. Well, it's been pulling up in front of the hotel for you to go in pretty good, but tonight's on the side and not in the front, and a little different.
Somebody's electric car charger.
Huh? I see. On a 110, but hey, you do what you gotta do. See, there's the outlet.
I'm gonna get the thing.
Okay.
enough room that a car could get through there if needed.
Okay. Parking. Slide it over. I was just going to show that we get to the next supercharger with 54%. Madison, Alabama's at 10%. We might swap that. Oh, actually it says 30% now. But we're fine. We wanted to make sure we had enough charge for Sentry mode overnight, and we do.